It's like, oh, gosh. I'm stuck. So, wow. Oh. I would say that this is for the sake of progress, but that would be a lie. This is for the sake of awesome. Hello and welcome back to another episode of No Suit Survival. Thank you for tuning in to episode 12. Let's look what we got going on today. So one of the things we got to do is last time we built the Moorbot, but then it got struck by lightning and some unfortunate things started happening. So we need to fix that up, and then we need to blueprint it with the gyros. I think the next step that we want to do is we want to build this ice mine so that way we can start producing hydrogen, because that's going to be a process to do that. And then we'll want to build a large garage. That way we have more space that's pressurized for us to actually build stuff, because this garage up here is kind of not cutting it for bigger projects that we want to do. All right, yeah, let's fix this Moorbot and blueprint it. Let's throw a projector on this thing. Okay, so we've projected it onto itself. Hopefully I can get the components and I can weld up the decoys on the inside that are missing. Okay, let's take it off charge, turn on E. Alright, well, I guess we'll put this back and we'll see how that works. I'm gonna disconnect it. Looks like it's fully charged, so let's turn it to auto. Yeah, that projector is gonna get blown off because I put it right in the way of the thruster. So let me grind off that projector, and then we'll blueprint this, and then we'll have our first rendition of the Moorbot. Okay. We now have the Moorbot V1. Now I'm going to, how do I want to set this up? I mean, we do have a connector just right there. I kind of don't want to use a connector though. I kind of want to use a landing gear, because I feel like that'd be, yeah, that way I don't have to have two connectors, so. I gotta remember that I can't just jump off of things. We're really starting today out strong. Alright, let's take this off. And let's put one of these on there. Okay. And then let me heal up, and then we'll take this thing out for a quick spin. Let's see how it works. Take it off charge, and then let's deattach. Okay, we're good. Oh, needed to turn on the thrusters in order for that to work. Classic. And then let's, the question is will it attach with the letters that I have on there on the side? Let's see. Yes, it will. Okay. So far so good. All right, so let's find our first victim. I know that this thing is going to die, but I want to see if we can make this thing work. So one thing already that I am not enjoying, I need to make sure that the thrusters are off on the other thing. Okay. So another thing that I'm noticing about this setup is that in order to get it into position, I'm actually going to have to be outside of the cockpit of the Evermore. So I almost need to have like a little like drone control seat. Well, here's the thing. I mean, honestly, what I could do is I could just put an antenna on my base again, and then just control the Moorbots from HQ and send them in, and then I can send the Evermore in later. I just thought it would be cool if I had like these two things on the sides that I could deattach and go. Alright, well, let's still try it out for funsies, and then we can readjust. Let's give it a go. Hey, there's a little unknown signal thing over there. I mean, if we're here, we might as well, right? Hey, where'd the button thing at? Badger grinder, yeah, okay. We're coming in for an approach. I think when I get to about like 1.5 5-ish kilometers. Well, no, we have this hill here, so I might as well get kind of closer as long as the guns can't target me. Oh, you know what I forgot? I don't think I put any ammo in the guns, so that's that could prove problematic. So hold on, let's park this thing. Okay, Evermore is parked, and then I think I actually have ammo in the Evermore, so let's just steal some of that and throw it in here, and then let's remote access control, and I need to turn the thrusters back on. So it doesn't look like the thrusters are enough to get it over this hill. There we go. Come on, let's build up some speed. Oh, and now it's out of range. Okay, alright, so clearly we have some kinks we need to work out. Let's bring these back down. Let's unlock them from there. Okay, well, it's all part of the trial and error process. I think I am going to have to control these from the base just because like large antennas have so much more range than my personal antenna. Yeah, so let's come back over here. Where did I put that? There it is. Oh, yep, that was smooth. Smooth. Alright, you know what? Let's, rather than trying to bring the Evermore around on a hill, let's bring this thing around. Okay, we got it. Let's head home, reassess the situation. Alright, let's repair the Evermore really fast. Oh wow, I really did a number on this thing. I love how in the last episode, like, I fully flipped this thing and it was fine, but now when I just like nudged into this thing, I guess voxels are squishier than armor. Let me, I'll grab a projector. That way it'll be easier. I wish there was like goggles that I could wear to make this dust not be there, because it sucks. Alright, let's attach this thing. And then let's, for now, throw this guy right there. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's... there we go. Let's grab our welding ship. Let's weld this thing back up. There it is. Easy peas. Okay, so... let's see. This thing lost some armor too. Now let's build an antenna on the base and let's see if we can successfully control this thing. And I think I want to do an antenna dish because these things are way cool looking. Yep. I can already feel it. I can feel the creative juices calling me to make something cool and rotating out of this antenna dish. To the montage! Oh. What the? Oh. Once again, I flipped the turtle. Alright, let's move the Moorbot out of the way. And then let's get in here. And this is kind of exactly the reason I made those flip gyros. So let's grab those. Alright, before I do this, let's make sure that this battery is fixed. Alright. Okay. And then let's try to flip it. So let's take these gyros, let's turn them on override, and let's turn these on. And then off. Ooh. Well, that didn't seem to do everything that I was hoping. Okay, that seems to be about what we were looking for. Okay. Okay, how are we doing on damage? So this is damaged. That's fine. That's damaged. Okay. You know what? All things considered, could have been worse. Also, realize that this is probably a good moment to blueprint this thing. Yeah. Okay. Just in case that happens again, which, let's be honest, we all know it will. Let's do that. Let's finish up with our antenna. Okay. Now we have a big rotating thing. Although I don't love that you can see the rotor. Meh, it is what it is. Okay. So let's try this out now. Let me go park this thing again. Ooh, you know what? I just blueprinted this thing, but I blueprinted it without the camera on the bottom. Yeah, and I think I also want to add some lights to it. So let's do that really fast, and then let's blueprint it again. Okay, so... Ooh. There we go. So now let's go G, let's go. It's the front camera. Alright, it is good to go. Alright, with the drone tower complete, now that we have this antenna, I'm gonna see if I can come from here and control this. Alright, and I want to see the distance that I can go. But first, let's put some lights on this thing, because as soon as I leave the base, this thing is not going to be able to see. Oh crap, forgot I was going to put lights on the turtle too. Let's do this. That way we can see in the dark, and then I was going to put some lights on the turtle, so let's do that while my brain is still cooperating with me. Okay, and then let's unlock it. And then let's blueprint this bad boy. There we go. Alright, now let's try out the Moorbot with the antenna. Okay, so that's interesting. So these things do not have enough thrust to get over hills with how heavy they are because of the heavy armor. So that might be something that we need to address in the design. We might need to have two backwards facing thrusters to get it over like hills, and then like the other ones can just be like stabilizers. Well, alright. Let's bring this thing home. And we'll just back it up. Alright, and we'll just leave it like that, but I'll turn it off. Okay, I want to work more on the Moorbot, but it looks like we've already found a fatal flaw without even having to take it out to get shot to pieces. So I think I'm gonna put that project on hold because like we're gonna be iterating a lot. So I'm actually gonna move up the project of making the ice mine, so that way I can start getting hydrogen. Alright, so let's kind of scout out where we want to put this ice mine. Yeah, so I want to find out where to put the ice mine, although it is currently nighttime, so exploration right now is probably not the best. We can take out the turtle. Alright, so we do know where ice is. Like, that's where we were getting it from the beginning. So I can kind of see the ice reflecting from here a little bit. Hold on, where is my GPS for my ice? Is that it? Yep. Alright, so here's the ice lake. I'm trying to think of how exactly I want to do this ice mine thing. Because, like, yeah, I could put another one of those, like, circular mines like I have over at the base, but I feel like that's kind of boring. Because I've already done it twice. So, I'm kind of thinking, because when you're mining ice, it only goes down so far, I might want to just make something that, like, mines it horizontally, which in my mind says pistons. Yes. And I really wish it was daytime. You know what I hadn't thought about too? Ah, dang it. Storms are gonna be a big problem over here. Honestly, you know what I'm gonna need to do is I'll probably need to build a tower out here, because the tower is probably the easiest way that I'll both be defended from lightning, from guns, and it will also provide power, which means I'll need to bring the tower printer out here. Yeah, okay. So it looks like what we need to do is we need to get that printer kind of a little bit more functional. So I think the first thing we need to do is we need to get over there, and I didn't really do myself any favors with that bit. Okay, creating a new path. On the trail we blaze. Alright, so let's bring this piston down a little bit. Okay. Okay. I was hoping to be able to do this without the turtle because I don't want it to sit on the top of it, but it looks like I need to use it just to get this thing kind of started. Okay, so that seems like, oh gosh. Classic. Okay. So yeah, so that's about where I need the piston to be. And then if I can find my old body, I can have all the components that I need to build some ladders. Okay, so now I can just... Is that the best place for a ladder, or should I put one? Yeah, let's put it right here. Okay, let's grab the turtle. Okay, now let's climb up this thing. And let's see if we can move it. Let's unlock it and fly. Alright, it's not too bad. But if I want it to hold components, I'm probably gonna need it to have a little bit better thrust. And lock and charge. Okay. Alright, yeah, let's work on this thing a little bit. So I'll probably need some additional thrusters, which may mean that I need an additional battery as well. Okay, I need to make a place where I can plug this thing in, let it charge for a little bit, so that way we have a reliable amount of battery for when we build our new thing. Honestly, what I'll probably do for now, since we have these conveyors right here, and we want it to have access to the inventory, I'll probably just weld up these conveyors and then maybe make a few more, make it so it goes up right here, and then I'll have it plug in right about there. So like that, like that, and then connector. Okay. Let's come up here. I need to make a vent for this thing, but I didn't really set myself up for success here. Okay. So let's move this. So let's take it off of charge, turn these on. Let's unlock it. Oh no. Okay. And lock and recharge and turn these off. Alright, this thing is locked and loaded. So we're gonna need more thrusters, and we're gonna need another battery to be safe. So let's put all that stuff to production. Let's hop in here, figure out where we want to put our additional thrusters. Honestly, probably the easiest place would be like that. Like that. And then another place for a battery would probably just be next to these other batteries. You know what? I should just make this thing airtight. I should just like grind all this stuff off and then start putting like real blocks down. Okay, so next thing I need to do is I need to reset the thrusters and the batteries to include the new thrusters and new batteries. And then I need to figure out what the weight is of it, empty. And then I need to figure out the weight of it, like how much weight it's going to be able to carry. Anytime I undock a ship, I always get nervous. Okay, so looks like we're doing okay. Okay, so according to my math, it should be able to lift like a crap ton, like so much. But I don't trust my math for some reason. Like I feel like my calculations are wrong. All right, let's just do a quick test here. Okay, so I just took all of the components that I have in my base and put it in this welder, just to see if I can lift it. Okay, so let's take it off charge, turn on the thrusters, and let's unlock. See, the answer is no. So where is my math wrong? Alright, I'll deal with all that stuff in a second. I need to get water. Oh, you know what? My math was actually right. It's just I wasn't paying attention to the decimal point. Like a fool. Okay, so it says that my maximum carrying capacity with the thrusters that I have would be 213,154, and we're at 218,000. So if I take out like 5,000 from it, it should be able to fly. Slowly, but it should be able to lift off. So let's test this theory by taking out some stuff. Okay, that's about 5,000, so let's unlock. Let's go put this thing just over here for a second. Okay. Oh, good. Storm's coming right now. This is, of course, me being facetious. I hate storms. Okay, so let's take it off of charge, and let's unlock. And we should be able to lift a little bit. Just enough to be able to connect. Come on. We're still too heavy. Okay, well, let's just use the piston to get it the rest of the way. Okay. And let's take this thing away so that way it doesn't get zapped by lightning. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more thruster onto this thing, and then I'll just pay attention to the cargo when I load it up, and then we should be able to go over and build us a tower over by the ice. How do I keep doing that? Man, my head is just not in it today. That is the second time I have somehow switched it onto charge right before disconnecting. Yeah, I'm not getting back up that way. Okay, well, I'm stuck. So Wow. If I would have jumped sooner, I would have actually survived, but I was so convinced that I was going to die if I made that jump that I waited too long. Okay, this is pointless. Let's just, yeah. Alright, and then you know what I'm going to do with this? I'm going to put a projector on the turtle, and then I'm just going to use this beast to quickly put the turtle back together. Okay. Let's put this guy. Trying to think of where like a safe spot would be. So far I haven't lost this, so let's do that. There we go. Now let's use the welding platform to weld the turtle back up. I'm hopeful with its additional thruster it shouldn't have as many issues. Here's the thing, I don't know if this thing is necessarily the tool for the job. Okay, well, we tried. I thought that would work better than it did. Seems like this big platform thing is better at big projects rather than little ones, which makes sense. Okay, so that's broken, that's fine. It did get all the armor, which I am appreciative of. Whoa, hey, chill out, dude. Alright, let's, since we have the distance for it, let's just do our sideways thruster takeoff. Let's turn these on, and then there we go. This thing really has been through a lot. Oh, looks like one of our other thrusters is still broken, and I'm sure that the stuff underneath is also broken. Like our, oh, huh? Hey, our cameras are actually not broken. I am impressed. What is smoking? Oh, oh, well, yeah, it's probably because I put the projector in the wrong spot. What a dummy. Okay, yeah, I should probably put the projector right here. That does make more sense. Yeah, if that doesn't tell you my brain is off today, I don't know what does. Alright, there we go. We're all good again. Alright, I'm going to take a break for a little bit, and when I come back, I'm going to set up a thing so that way we're going to be able to put one of these towers out by the ice, and then we'll kind of set up an ice mine. We'll at least get the tower done today. I don't know if we're going to be able to fully build everything I have envisioned for the mine today, but we'll see how time plays out. Okay, and we're back. So in the interim while I was gone, I always like to browse the workshop for extra mods. I think the modding community in this game is so cool. And I stumbled upon this one mod, so let me get some food really fast. And then I'm going to go into creative mode for just a second because I want to like show it off. So we're just going to have like a little tiny mod showcase in the middle of this episode, just because I think that this person who made this mod, I mean, first off, can we just talk about how awesome this community is and the mods that people make? People work so hard for free to build awesome things to add to the game, and I think that is such an awesome, cool thing that we all get to enjoy. So I love the modding community. More specifically, I love cockpit mods. I think that we should have a trillion different cockpits that we can use for different things, because it's like the soul of your vehicle. I'll flash the workshop page on the screen right now so you guys can go take a look at it. And I just want to run through it just so quickly, and then we'll get right back into me suffering a bunch. But there's a couple things that I want to talk about. So first off, you guys will probably recognize this one. This is from Satisfactory. Okay, this is super cool. This is it's a rotor, and this top part is a hinge. So these are two separate blocks, but I put them together because when you want to make like a controllable rotor turret, this is how to do it. And they built these blocks, and they look amazing, and they even take texture too, which is so cool. You have these orb style cockpits, so you have a left and a right, but you also have what they call a dorsal. They also have one that goes underneath on the belly. And I personally think that these round cockpits are very, very cool. Not a lot of times in Space Engineers do we have these kind of like more rounded style blocks. This is just amazing. You have a pirate ship steering wheel that will control your ship, and that is so awesome. They have these two versions of this, which is kind of more of an industrial. You have the open air one, and you have the closed one to be pressurized. Unfortunately, in my playthrough, we'll probably be using the pressurized version. This is another rover cockpit that's very industrial looking, very cool. You have this open like motorcycle style, and then as well as this other one. I mean, the modeling is just so good. This is just a full orb cockpit. I've seen orb cockpits before, but I have to say I think this is one of the best looking ones that I've seen. And again, it also takes the textures, which is just kudos to this person. Over here, you have these really like futuristic heavy duty tank looking stuff, which I think is very cool. This one, I'd probably say this one's my least favorite, but I could see other people liking it. But I mean, overall, my least favorite of a bunch of really, really cool stuff. And this itself is also very cool. This is my favorite because it's modular. So I combine them together, and this is what it looks like when you combine them together. Oops, I must have not grabbed the one with the backing on this, which just kind of changes the conveyor port, and it's open. But this is kind of what they look like together. But then you also have a single cockpit version or a single seat version, and it's like, and it looks like this. But I love the way that these things look. I think that will make a really, really mean looking rover that's super cool. But I do love that, like, instead of what we had earlier, which was just like a center console thing, we want to add an extra seat in the center. So now we have 3 seats going across. I think that is super cool. And in addition, I mean, if you want to get crazy, right, we can sit an entire family up in here. You know, and let me get my guy, and I can sit right here or here. Yeah, it's just so good. It's so cool. So kudos to this person for making this mod. Normally, I wouldn't do a mod showcase. I feel like that's not really something that I'd be good at, or yeah, I don't know if that's something that you guys would be interested in, but man, this is so good. I had to take a second to give this person the props that they deserve for all this modeling and all of this time that they must have put into this to bring us something that's so cool. So I will definitely be incorporating a lot of this stuff. Probably first and foremost this guy, if not, you know, something like this, because maybe I can put my spectator inside. Anyway, been rambling long enough. Let me delete all that and get back to suffering. But I just wanted you guys to know that I added another mod, and hopefully you guys like it as much as I do. Okay, so let me take off all that stuff, set the time back to 0, and let's get back to what we were originally trying to do. Even though I am so very sidetracked now, that all I want to do is I just kind of want to modify the turtle to have one of these new cool cockpits on it, to be completely honest with you. Well, so here's the deal. so here's the deal. It is currently nighttime, and what our next process is that we have to go build a battery and a projector over there where the ice is, so that way we can set up the tower, so that way we can set up the ice mine. So what it seems like is that we should set a bunch of stuff to production, so that way we can print out the tower, and then while all of that is being put to production, we can mess with the turtle. Okay, let's do that. Let's look at this turtle boy. First off, what is smoking? How did you get damaged while literally all of the armor around you did not get damaged? Want to explain that to me? First off, let's determine what kind of cockpit we want. This one is so very cool. The only issue is, you know what? No issues here, only solutions. Okay, we're gonna have to probably move this thing out one. And then that way it gives room for the, yeah, let's do it. I would say that this is for the sake of progress, but that would be a lie. This is for the sake of awesome. So... Oh no, it's a storm. Alright, so I think I'm not gonna like readjust this whole thing in this, like, cause this used to be the center, but now obviously the center is kind of moved over a little bit. So I don't think I'm gonna try to recenter all this stuff. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like add like an extra leg or whatever right here, and we'll call it good. But I gotta say, I love this cockpit, and I love how it transitions into this. I really like this a lot. So let's turn on all the thrusters. Unlock. Oh yeah. Wait a second. Why is there... What the heck? Why is there a thing? Okay, hold on. I don't understand why it has like a box around it. Let me go look at the mod page really fast. Huh, that was weird, but that seemed to fix it, so okay. Oh man, look at this thing. It is so cool. I am a big fan. See, it's moments like this that really make me love space engineers. Like, obviously I love space engineers, but feeling like you did a good job building something cool, there's no greater feeling. As I just envision me immediately crashing this thing. Alright, so let's add another leg for this thing to stand on. Alright, that is pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with the new additions, not gonna lie. And I managed to get another battery and a few more thrusters in there. Yeah, let's blueprint this as the new version, and that way we can have the projector accurate to what it is now. Hey guys, this is Editor Me chiming in from the future. It looks like this is probably where we're going to stop for this episode. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to start a brand new project when we're already at 40 minutes for the video. I apologize for being a little all over the place this episode. I was trying out some new things, and also with it being the holidays, it's been a little hectic at the house. So thank you for being patient with me, and also thank you so much once again for all the support and how quickly this channel has grown. It's been a truly humbling experience. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in to No Suit Survival, and we'll catch you next time.